Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we are moving into the final few hours of the major order. Before we find out exactly what it is that's going to happen, we're going to give you guys a full breakdown of exactly what it is to expect. Moving on after that, though, we do have to take a look at where the game could be going moving forward, as all development team have pretty much gone mute. It's going to be an interesting dive indeed into that one, and we've got some community-driven ideas that are, well, really intriguing. We need to dive into everything we've got happening today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Check out our sponsor, Instant Gaming. The online marketplace that sells digital video games for PC, consoles, and more, with the best offers, deals, and promotions running up to 70% off. It's a no-brainer. And Monster Hunter Wilds right now is about 40 quid. Link in the description. Go and get your games dirt cheap. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what it is that's happening right now. So, starting off, we're on the Galactic War table, and it seems pretty bleak at the moment. Actually, very, very quiet. We have got a decent move over here, as we have managed to take Chlorel, which is our major order borderline completed, with only 4 hours left on the clock. This one is pretty much secured, although, unfortunately, we're not able to actually get the Illuminate secured. It appears that planets have just been dropping left, right, and center down to invasion campaigns, and we only managed to secure the 2 out of the 8. With that being said, though, we now have more movement in Meridia as it gets so much closer to the Celeste sector. People are slowly starting to figure out how this thing works. When we only have the one invasion going at a time, it seems that there is not enough dark energy accumulation to actually move the planet all that much. Although if you ever spot 2 or 3 different invasions going on at the same time, the planet will move quite a lot faster towards Moridesh. My suspicion is on this one that at some stage next week, or even maybe the week afterwards, it may well make its main collision. So we'll have to wait and see exactly when and how that one happens. The Gloom is still sat here quietly in the corner doing absolutely nothing at all, and, well, your personal order is to kill 3 Shredder tanks. Now, that's pretty much all we've got happening on the table right now until we find out what's happening to the next major order. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are thinking to what happens next in the storyline. But while we're talking about the storyline, we do have to talk about where it is that this is going. We have yet again hit a dead and quiet period of Helldivers 2, which seems to bring so much angst, it's absolutely insane, and it means just a few things. Now, as you can see right here via the Steam DB, we have obviously dropped over the last few months, and we are now currently sat at a 24-hour peak of around 42,000 Helldivers, and we are at the moment of recording only sat at around 18,000 of you guys actually in there on Steam, with 25,000 of you totaled inside of the game overall. The community has dipped down to a very bare minimum yet again, and this normally only means one thing. It generally means that something big is going to be happening. Arrowhead have got a tendency of pretty much running this all the way down to the point where you think nothing is going to come, and then they slap you with an almighty update, a planet gets exploded, or the gloom happens to allow us inside. We'll have to wait and see exactly what it is that's going to happen next, but I see a lot of people are crying out for the Predator strains to return. It has pretty much written the bugs off completely useless, and the likelihood is after this major order with Chlorel, we're likely to spread back over to the bug system to see exactly what it is that's going on over there. We have 3 different storylines, and they do have to rotate, so I'm hoping that we can use the science work to actually get back in the gloom, as the Predator strain and the Spore Explosion strains have been wanted for a little while, and they've been gone for weeks, which in my personal opinion was probably a really, really bad decision. We have not seen the Predator strain now since maybe about the 18th of last month, so we are moving into about 2.5 weeks now since we last seen them. It has been quite a dark period indeed. The Predator strain brought in a massive injection of Helldivers and a load more fun to it, and then they've pretty much taken it away again. It's a bit like the Jet Brigade, and they come in surges, but unfortunately those surges are so few and far apart that it just does not seem to be a very good point. But right now we are over on the automatons, and that's pretty much what we're dealing with at the moment. A few of you guys have been extremely confused over on the Reddit as the thermite grenade's stickiness is being questioned. It states right here, what determines if a thermite sticks? Now, this is a complete roll of the dice. It is pretty much the biggest set of RNG you've ever seen inside of a game before in your life, and no matter whether the spikes are actually extracted or even if it hits them with the spikes there, it does nothing. It makes absolutely no difference at all. Sometimes it will stick, sometimes it will hit the floor. But yeah, those spikes do absolutely nothing. It is just an animation, so do not believe that that is what is going to make it stick. Now, the community are asking for fun new tools, such as these ones right here. We can see that we've got the tank on the listing, which has been there for quite some time, and you guys are absolutely begging for it. No matter how much we kind of want this stuff to come in, it doesn't ever seem to make its way through. But irrelevant to it, we get new toys, and then we still realize that standard weapons that we already have are pretty much always better. In this case, the meme actually states that the RR will always be better in every way, and 9 times out of 10, unfortunately, they are not wrong. But something that could be very cool inside of the game, that is an incredible concept, and one that I have actually been sitting there thinking about for the last about 12 hours since I've seen it, is this right here. This is the Archrider. Now, this is a concept for a new Illuminate. Now, for me, this works really, really well if they were to utilize it as almost like the Charger concept. It's around the same size, it has the same sort of structural capabilities, and it could be very, very good. But it's built from remains, a highly modified hybrid necro charger. This could be pretty damn cool, and I think that this could actually work so damn well. And even though I know the Illuminate have their outstanding army as of design points from Helldivers 1, I would love to see some new concept for the Illuminate and bring in some stuff that we haven't seen before, unlike ever inside of Helldivers 1. I think that that really matters quite a lot when we start looking at the structural integrity of what it is that the game actually operates around. Let me know if you would actually want to go against these, or if this would actually terrify the life out of you, or if, well, both. Nonetheless, though, another concept that you guys are wanting to see right now is this right here. And I would say that this is highly likely to make an appearance at some stage or another, because, well, we've got every other turret under the sun. The laser turret is definitely going to be due to come at some stage or another, because unfortunately, no matter whether I love the game or not, it does appear that the ideas of things seem to run down the exact same narrative no matter how much we look at them. We have obviously got things such as the flame turret, we've got the Gatling turret, we have got that AT turret, and then when you look at the mines, it pretty much runs in the same tangent. So laser does make a lot of sense, and if you would want to see this, let me know via the comment section below, or if you have a better rendition of how this one could pan out, again, do let me know via the comment section below. And talking about comments, you guys had a lot to say in the last video, as well, you guys are pretty much the most opinionated community on the internet. It states right here, the squid front isn't something that is just negligible. We aren't just about to lose another planet, we are on track to lose our only dark fluid research facility. That was spent the last MO gathering supplies to research. Now, 100%, this storyline is really, really confusing, as there's a lot of entwinements inside of it, and I think a lot of people do get confused as to how this one can operate. But this major order right here felt a little bit like a filler, even though there were options in there revolved around the storyline. I think after the last major order, they're probably playing a bit of catch-up right now, and we'll start to see some more narrative movement come the next one. Other than that, though, this next comment right here states, the unfortunate truth is failing MOs is likely a hidden way of introducing content. Despite the role-playing, the automatons, Illumina, or bugs getting more territory, or taking our research, or whatever requires them to do a change or addition to the lore, as with the past, new enemies, new objectives, new areas, new stratagems to counter them, etc. Now, this is absolutely huge, and this is something that we do need to talk about, because actually, I had a really undemocratic thought process happening this morning when I was thinking about the major order and how it operates. Now, we have had confirmed from B Vitamin that if we win every major order, then that brings all new problems on its own, which I feel like is relatively evident anyway, because a storyline can't progress from an enemy standpoint if we are going to win absolutely everything. But we hit these quiet periods. What if we actually just let them take certain things? I know, extremely undemocratic, and I'm fully expecting a DM from my democracy officer with regards to this one, but to actually introduce new enemies, new movements, what if we just started losing a few of them? I don't know, for me it sounds quite interesting. I know Angel's Venture will 110% be missed, but my oh my, was it a freaking intriguing time when that thing was going down. Let me know what you guys are thinking via the comment section below, and please don't turn me around to face the wall. This next one right here states, I feel like this was one of the major orders, like the 2 previous Illuminate MOs, we were supposed to fail. Now, I do feel like that was probably the case, and I think you may well be right. Some of them are lined up so that we will struggle to pass them, although none of them are built to be actually failed. Apparently, there are percentage rates of us actually being able to complete them, and situationals, that means that we can actually do it. Unfortunately, down to organization and the way the game operates, sometimes it is pretty much rendered useless anyway. But yeah, I do think you're right. I think this one was meant to be a fail on one option, definitely. Nonetheless, though, that's unfortunately we got time for today. We are going to be live here on the channel, and we're going to be waiting and seeing what it is that's happening inside of the game, getting some dives in and spreading some managed democracy. Make sure you do join us. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. I appreciate your faces. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, appreciate you all, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.